What we are not very happy about is when we see a guy who's a brilliant guy coming, let's say, from McKinsey. So, you already know that the guy is good. Maybe the idea is also good, whatever, but the guy is not leaving his job. The guy remains at his job and is treating this project as a pet project, no? Like we say, like, okay, if it goes well, cool, but if it doesn't go well, from his point of view, it's like, who cares? Okay, let's try another thing. So we don't want that kind of thing, because we want really the commitment in terms of we want that there is skin in the game, and that the entrepreneur really feels the pain if he fails. If he does, then probably he will commit more than 100%. Yes, please.
What if he is a serial entrepreneur and he's got one project and is quite successful, and he is involved only in strategic issues, and he is about to launch another one? So what about
That's good. Especially if the previous ones demonstrate a sort of track record which is positive. So maybe the first failed, the second failed, good, no problem. And then the third went so-so, the fourth went decently, and he's migrated to the fifth. Cool. Okay, very good, this track record. It's not that common. But
he can actually do two projects simultaneously.
Yes, and then we have to estimate, we really need to estimate how much he has to lose if the last one that we are taking into consideration fails. That's the only thing that's important. Because if the previous one is very successful, we are all very happy, but probably already have shown that he has the skills to set it up, so it's good, it's better than the McKinsey guy, because he's already done the job. But still, if the last one fails, it would be like, okay, who cares? Okay, so we would prefer someone who really is involved in the thing. That is always, the commitment is always the first thing that actually the second thing that we look at. And third thing is the team, again, in terms of resources that the team can sort of muster and pull together. And resources can come up in terms of either knowledge, maybe we are talking about the guy who is a guru of map visualization or artificial intelligence or whatever, a knowledge that is very niche one, and the guy knows the thing, okay? So that could be a kind of resource. Another kind of resource is the connections that the guy might have. So an example that I always make is that if your dad has a lot of connections in the fashion industry, think about an idea in the fashion industry, because you can leverage the connection of your dad or relatives or acquaintance or whoever, because it's going to be way more likely that that project will succeed versus a project that is in a completely unrelated industry, like, I don't know, the army, for instance, where you have zero connections at all. Maybe the idea is super cool, maybe the solution is super cool, but then getting to the customers, knowing the right people, that could be crucial, okay? So it's way more important to knowing the right people and knowing the right channel than actually the solution that we are proposing to the market. The fourth thing is not the team any longer, so we are done with the team. So we are talking about the market in terms of which are the barriers to entry. So if you want to tackle the airplane industry, well, it's going to be challenging, okay? Airplane industry, very few players, and barriers of entry in terms of money to invest are huge, okay? So not that easy. And in terms of knowledge, so maybe you really need specific knowledge to enter a certain market. In some cases, this could be a protection, because if you already have this knowledge, it's a barrier of entry for competitors, okay? And you're already sort of self-protected. And also the scalability. So we think in terms of, okay, the market is cool, fantastic, whatever, but when I launch this thing, how easy it is to scale it up, okay? If it's complicated, if it has a linear growth that we can predict, it's not fun, okay? We are always looking for exponential growth, where the investment is more or less in terms of fixed costs, but then what you can get from the solution that you get is way higher, okay? Even spending slightly more in marketing, you get way more in returns, okay? So we're thinking about those kind of things. So they are modular and scalable. And then last thing is the idea. The idea is definitely the least important thing when we are talking about a new business. I'm pretty sure that if we make a bit of brainstorming here, we come up with at least 15, 20 ideas, viable ideas, because everybody feels the pain of some problems, right? Everybody sees problems everywhere. And if we put together our minds, I'm pretty sure that we can come up with some solutions, okay? Then we draft up a business plan and we are ready to go. No, actually we are not ready to go, because it's not where you go. It's a good point to start, but then you should filter those ideas through little parenthesis. If you are interested in knowing more about the relevance of the idea, this is a nice book from one of our professors, The Myth of the Idea.